All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kumo Theater. Come on in, come on in. Want to bring to the stage now from Rackspace. We're going to get started with Prashath Chandrasekhar. Welcome him to the stage, please. Large applause and wild screaming is encouraged. There we go.
Thank you. Okay, we have a very rampant, very small but rampant audience. I like it. We've got some people I think we're trying to bring in. So if you guys hang on for a second, but this is an intimate setting, so we should just introduce ourselves very, very quickly. You want to introduce yourself real quick? Okay, hey, welcome. Racker, yes, fantastic. And right behind you guys. I don't recognize. Oh, Richard, my God, good to see you in person. I am so, I was like, yes, it's all Rackers, that's great. And then of course we have, this is a purely Rackspace crew and Datapipe crew, which is great. Great to know that we all know each other. We've got some people joining, which is good. Okay. We've got folks attending very soon. Okay, we've also got, I think, some things at the booth that we're going to come and auction off here, I think, if we're lucky. So we're, I think Sarah Hollingsworth and Kim King are working on that behind the scenes. Snapchat glasses being auctioned off, apparently, which is anything to get a crowd into this theater, we'll do it. Okay, so we've got some customers as well, looks like, and so we can probably get started. Thank you for your time today. So we'll just speak through, so Rackspace, obviously many of you probably know about Rackspace as the historical managed hosting company, and we've historically done a lot of things to actually move into the cloud. More recently, we have actually launched our partnership with AWS back in 2016. And then very, very recently, we acquired Datapipe. So good to see a lot of our Datapipe brethren in the crowd. So thank you. And so pleased to meet with you and obviously work with you here. So my own role at Rackspace, I am responsible for our public cloud business. I'm on the leadership team at Rackspace. So I run our AWS, Azure, Google, Microsoft Azure, as well as our Alibaba businesses. And so that is, it's a recent development at Rackspace where we're really thinking about it as a portfolio. But AWS clearly the most dominant and most popular public cloud platform for our customers, and we go where our customers are going. So we've been doing that for the past couple of years very successfully. So it's one of easily our fastest growing business at Rackspace. And now with Datapipe in the fold, I'll talk about what that means for us. And so it's really exciting time. So to get going, folks that don't know Rackspace, I think it's important to orient towards a few kind of pillars that we think about. Number one, you've heard Fanatical a lot. So Fanatical experience is something that we really think about when it comes to customers coming all the way into the door, events like this, whether that's engagements with our customers, even very early in the prospecting cycle, all the way to every interaction, every support experience, our engagement with them to actually solve their problems. It's truly meant to be very customer-centric. So that's what Fanatical experience is all about. And you'll see that embodied in our DNA, in our people, in our interactions very consistently. So it's a very, very huge part. Right focus, right choice is something that we make sure that our customers get really unbiased advice, but very opinionated advice through Rackspace. And so we pride ourselves on having an opinion on which use cases to use, which workloads and use cases to use on which platforms, form factors, specific architectures that we believe are best in class, and so on. And then integrated solutions, really moving up the stack, if you will, to add value-added services like security or app management beyond what we actually do on the infrastructure level. So that's truly providing one experience for customers, I think is a big, big part of what we do. Economies of expertise, I'll talk about this in a second, where we've got close to now over 1,000 certifications at AWS certifications, which is a significant number, probably one of the, if not the largest, probably one of the largest in the ecosystem. So that's, it's a great place for Rackspace to help our customers with just the amount of scale that we have globally. And then finally, security and operations mindset, which is we enjoy and we really come to work every day with the notion of trying to do knuckle-dragging work for our customers. So that's really what we call it, operational work, logging into guest OS systems, and the whole deal. So it's something that we really enjoy doing. But ultimately, it does make a difference for our customers because it secures them, it extends their team into Rackspace, they get a lot of scale through us, and that's why it's so beneficial. And all of this is backed by the Rackspace way, which is a cultural mindset. It's based on the fact that we're one of the best employers that people want to come and work for. So we have extremely high engagement scores, and people just love being Rackers when they do make it into the door. So that is really backed by our core values, which is very, very centric towards the customer as well as the Racker. So those are together, I think, what the folks from Datapipe in the audience, that's what you can look forward to. We'll treat you like friends and family, because you are friends and family, and our customers are no different when it comes to that. So what have we done over the past year? A lot of, I would say, very, very aggressive investments in this space, both organically as well as inorganically. So organically, we have done, beyond just actually continuing to certify our people, we were 500 certifications. You'll see back in November 2016, that number has now doubled to 1,000. But we have since then launched professional services capabilities. We have partnered more deeply with AWS, and now we're in the process of working very closely with Datapipe to really expand into the enterprise and really bolster into kind of the next level. From an acquisition or inorganic perspective, we got acquired by a private equity firm back in 2016, but since then we have very significantly gone and made sure that we are been very strategic about the companies that we want to partner with, specifically by acquiring them, including Tricor, which allows us to move into the app management stack, which is very, very important for us. As we think about customers that take an app down view versus an infrastructure up view. And then Datapipe, of course, that we've talked about, which is allowing us to expand into the enterprise, into the public sector, into mainland China, and then really enable kind of a fully enterprise-grade experience for our customers. We're very excited about what we've actually done in a very short period of time. And so this is, I would say, the crux of what we're here to deliver for our customers. So we have now effectively combined to become the leaders in the space. So Leaders Unite is the theme of what we're talking about here. You'll hear that a lot, and primarily because clearly Amazon Web Services is the leading infrastructure partner or provider in the space, public cloud partner, or public cloud provider. From an MSP or managed services perspective, we've got Rackspace and Datapipe that is now combined as one company that vaults us into a significant leadership position in the space. So customers and prospects should feel extremely, I would say, very, they are going to benefit from the best of both companies. They're working with likely the biggest and the most at-scale company that works in the space. And so customers that are looking to move into Amazon Web Services, looking to even move along the technology adoption curve, they can rely on us to do that together. So this is a very unique combination that differentiates us from the rest of the pack that you notice on the left side of the slide. And this is that technology adoption curve. So today you will hear a lot of different topics around serverless. There's a bunch of different launches that Amazon has launched today. But in general, we have a lot of customers that are still making their way through the basics of using AWS, the AWS Cloud Platform. So just using basic EC2, S3, getting onto the public cloud itself is a big journey for many, many enterprises. So we help on that dimension, but we also help customers as they progress along from late majority to early adopters to go from using just basic services to using things like DevOps-oriented methodologies like CI/CD pipelines, to containerization of their environments, all the way to serverless architecture that you will hear a ton about through AWS today. So our value proposition extends across the entire spectrum, and that's why customers work with us very closely. Why do customers matter for us? They're the heart of everything that we do, right? So the customer focus that we have is equally obsessive as it relates to Amazon. And so everything that we do, we think about exactly what their pain points are. So a lot of these are just examples of what we've run. We do a ton of surveys with our customers and prospects to say, what are you really worried about as you leverage the public cloud and specifically AWS? And here's a snapshot of some of the things that we do. That really drives our product principles and what we actually go build. So combining technology and expertise, building above the base AWS platform, providing customers with flexible pricing, utility-based service models in a world where compute is actually consumed in a utility-based way. And then ultimately, we have a global model. So we have many global Rackers here from Australia and Europe, but our team works as one to make sure our customers get a very consistent global experience. And that experience, by the way, is really an end-to-end experience. So I think one of the big things is that we have a combination of professional services as well as managed services, and that's what we deliver for customers. So we're not a solutions integrator or a systems integrator like a just an SI that many of them are in this building today, and we're not just a managed services company either. So we do it end to end, and we are the single place where customers come to experience not only the journey to actually move into the AWS platform, but also to really assess, design with the best practice, migrate their environment to the AWS cloud. Look to us to do that for them. Manage that environment so that they don't have to focus on doing things that are less strategic as it relates to their customer orientation, and leave the kind of the hard knuckle-dragging work, like I said, to Rackspace, and then finally optimizing their environment, whether that's architecture, whether that's cost optimization, whether that is a whole range of other things that we do to keep driving value for our customers or evolving them along that technology adoption curve. So that's the end-to-end view that we deliver for our customers. Very important that people understand that. And then ultimately, this is a combination of two things, which is technology and tools combined with leading expertise. And so, like I've mentioned, our leading platform for AWS management, combined with the scale of our AWS experts that we have. So 1,000 certifications at Rackspace on AWS. Again, one of the largest in the ecosystem, if not the largest, combined with a cloud management platform that actually provides a seamless pane of glass across not only AWS, but other form factors, so customers get a single experience. That is why customers ultimately come to experience support through Rackspace for AWS. And here's a quick snapshot of the technology and tools. So you'll see everything from RI savings to architecture best practices to inventory maps across the board, utilization heat maps around when customers are actually using certain resources across the week, to change monitoring, to CloudWatch history, to make sure that we respond to alerts before the customer has to at 3 o'clock in the morning, to CloudTrail logs and a whole host of other things, including very professional CIO-level reporting that talks about exactly the opportunity to save money, to talk about how they're leveraging Rackspace on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, and then for us to be able to engage with them in a very strategic way to save them money and also have very long-term discussions about their orientation around using the AWS platform. So the combination of all of these things is really, really industry-leading. Doesn't exist at a lot of other places, and so we're very excited that we can provide these to our customers. And again, the capability that we now have with Datapipe is unmatched. Beyond the 1,000 certifications that we have a significant number of competencies that shows you the depth of expertise that Rackspace and Datapipe now in a combined fashion have. So whether that is DevOps, Oracle, marketing and commerce, Microsoft, migration competencies, storage, and of course we're a reseller and a managed services partner. So this is a very complete story in a very short period of time, but only because we have very talented Rackers and Datapipers who are now Rackers, and we are very blessed to have a phenomenal workforce that allows us to do great things for customers. And so that's it. Hopefully you guys found that useful, and then if you guys can also continue the conversation at our booth in booth 2017, so feel free to stop by and talk to the combined Rackspace Datapipe team to understand more about what we bring to the table for customers. But thank you for your attention, and hope you have a great re:Invent.